Now we will discuss the effects of the pressures P1 and P2 on the efficiency of a Rankine cycle. This is the typical diagram for a Rankine cycle. 421 is the boiler, 122 is the steam turbine, and 223 is the condenser, 324 is the pump. Is there anything we can do about P1 and P2 so we can increase the efficiency of this Rankine cycle? So first of all, let's recall what is the definition of efficiency. The definition of efficiency is what you get divided by what you pay. What do you want to get out of the whole cycle? W cycle. What do you want to pay? You have to pay for the heat in the boiler, QH. And recall from energy balance equation, W cycle can be rewritten to QH minus QC. So this equation becomes 1 minus QC over QH. And then what we do is to divide both the numerator and the denominator by mass. And let's recall, heat transfer per unit mass can be represented by the area under the curve on a T versus S diagram. So for the numerator, which QC over M can be rewritten to the area under 223. And then similarly, the denominator QH over M, HQH means 4 to 1. That's where you gain heat. So the denominator can be rewritten to area under 4 to 1. So now, what can we do to increase the efficiency to make eta big? What we can do is we can either make the numerator small or we can make the denominator big. So the second term in the right hand side becomes smaller. 1 minus something smaller, your solution will become bigger. So how do we reduce the area under 223? How do we reduce the area under 223? We can move P2 lower. If we move P2 lower, then 223 will go lower. Then the height of the area under 223 will become smaller. That's option number one. How do we increase the area under 421? How do we increase the area under 421? We can do something very similar. We can raise up 421. In other words, we can make P1 bigger, P1 prime. If we can raise P1 up a little bit, then the area under 421 will become bigger. So that's the effect of the pressures on our efficiency. Area under 223, if you want to have area under 223 become smaller, then what you can do is make P2 smaller. If you want to have area under 421 bigger, you can have P1 go up. So now, if you can have either P2 small or P1 big, both of them will make the efficiency go up. Okay, so now next question is, which one is more realistic? What is P2? P2 is the pressure in the condenser. And what is usually pressure in the condenser? It is just 1 atm because we just draw the cooling water from a lake nearby, which is at 1 atm to cool down the hot steam. So usually inside the condenser, the pressure is just 1 tm. If you want P2 to go below 1 atmosphere, what do you have to do? You have to pay. You have to use some kind of vacuum machine to make it lower, which means you have to pay extra money, which is probably not worth it. And how do we raise P1? It's much, much easier. You just burn a lot of fuel inside the boiler to make the pressure go up. So this one, increase P1 is more realistic.